Ever wonder what really goes on behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood? Sometimes, the most unbelievable stories are on the movie screen they're happening in real life to the stars we think we know so well. Today, we're diving into some of the most bizarre, heartwarming, and downright strange celebrity stories you've probably never heard before. Let's start with a tale that sounds like it was ripped straight from a superhero comic. Before he was the iconic Luke Skywalker, a young Mark Hamill was driving home one day and witnessed a horrifying car crash. Without a second thought, he sprang into action, pulling a trapped driver from a burning vehicle just moments before it was engulfed in flames. He didn't seek any publicity for it. The story only came out years later. It turns out, he was a real-life hero long before he ever picked up a light. It just goes to show you, sometimes the most heroic acts happen when the cameras aren't rolling. Now for a story that's a bit more on the quirky side, picture this. You're one of the biggest movie stars in the world. What do you do for fun? If you're Tom Hanks, you collect vintage typewriters. And not just a few, he has a collection of over 250 of them. He is so passionate about it that he even wrote a book of short stories where each one features a typewriter from his collection. He's also known for sending typed letters to fans and friends. In an age of emails and text messages, there's something incredibly charming about a star who prefers the click-clack of old-school keys. It's a reminder that even A-listers have wonderfully nerdy hobbies, just like the rest of us. Speaking of unexpected hobbies, did you know that actress Susan Sarandon is a huge ping-pong enthusiast? She's not just a casual player either. She is so dedicated to the sport that she asks a co-owner of a chain of table tennis clubs and social venues called Spin. She wanted to create a space where people could hang out, have fun, and play ping-pong in a cool, relaxed environment. Imagine challenging an Oscar-winning actress to a game of table tennis. It's a fun, unexpected twist that shows a completely different side to her public persona. From heroic acts to peculiar pastimes. Let's move on to a story of sheer, unbelievable luck. Harrison Ford's journey to becoming Han Solo is the stuff of Hollywood legend. He wasn't even auditioning for the role. At the time, Ford was working as a carpenter to support his family, as his acting career hadn't fully taken off. George Lucas had hired him to build some cabinets at the studio where Star Wars auditions were being held. Lucas asked Ford to read lines with the actors who were trying out for Han Solo, just to help them with their auditions. But as he read, Lucas was so impressed by Ford's natural, sarcastic delivery that he realized his perfect Han Solo had been right there all along, holding a hammer and nails. It was a complete accident, a one-in-a-million shot that changed the course of cinematic history forever. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Now let's talk about a story that's both bizarre and a little bit heartwarming. The legendary actor Bill Murray has become famous for his random, almost mythical appearances in everyday life. People have reported him crashing their kickball games, photobombing, wedding pictures, and even showing up at a student party in Scotland to do the dishes. One of the most famous stories involves him walking up behind a man at a Wendy's, stealing a French fry from his tray, looking him in the eye and saying, "No one will ever believe you," before walking away. These Bill Murray stories have become an internet phenomenon. It's like he's a real-life folk hero, popping up to add a little bit of magic and absurdity to an ordinary day. He never confirms or denies the stories, which only adds to the mystery. And what about a story of incredible persistence? Before Sylvester Stallone became a household name with Rocky, he was a struggling actor on the brink of giving up. He was so broke at one point that he had to sell his beloved dog Boots for just $50 to a stranger outside a liquor store because he couldn't afford to feed him. It was a heartbreaking decision. But then, just a week later, he sold the script for Rocky. His first act with the money wasn't to buy a fancy car or a new house. It was to get his dog back. The new owner didn't want to sell, so Stallone had to pay over $3,000 to reclaim his best friend. Butkus even appeared in the Rocky movies. It's a powerful story about loyalty, love, and never giving up on your dreams, or your friends. Let's switch gears to a story of a completely different kind of talent. Before she was a Grammy-winning pop star, Kessia was a Strata student with a near-perfect SAT score. She was even accepted into Barnard College, an affiliate of Columbia University, to study psychology, but her passion for music was too strong. She made the bold decision to drop out before her first semester even started, to pursue her dream in Los Angeles. It was a huge gamble, but it obviously paid off. It goes to show that intelligence comes in many forms, and sometimes, following your gut instinct is the smartest move you can make. It's a great reminder that the path to success isn't always a straight line. Here's another one that sounds like it came from a spy movie. During World War II, the stunningly beautiful actress Hedy Lamarr wasn't just a movie star. She was also a brilliant inventor. Frustrated with Nazi Germany, she worked with a composer to develop a frequency-hopping guidance system for torpedoes. The idea was to create a signal that couldn't be jammed by the enemy, while the U.S. Navy didn't use her invention during the war. The technology she co-patented became the foundation for many modern wireless technologies, including Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth. For decades, her contribution was largely unknown, and she was only recognized for her scientific genius late in her life. A glamorous Hollywood star who was also a secret inventor who helped shape the modern world. It's an absolutely incredible and inspiring true story. Let's end on a tale of true friendship and generosity. When George Clooney was still making his name in Hollywood, he was supported by a close-knit group of friends who let him crash on their couches when he had nowhere else to go. Years later, after he had become a massive star, he wanted to thank them. So, he invited his 14 closest friends over for dinner. When they arrived, each of them found a designer briefcase at their seat. Inside each briefcase was $1 million in cash. He told them how much their friendship meant to him and that this was his way of giving back for all their support. Most of his friends were just regular people, not wealthy celebrities, so this was a life-changing amount of money for them. It's an amazing story about gratitude and the power of friendship. From secret inventors and surprise heroes to typewriter collectors and kickball crashers, the lives of celebrities are often far more fascinating and complex than we could ever imagine. These stories show us their humanity, their quirks, and their incredible journeys. It's a good reminder that behind every famous face, there's a real person with a story to tell. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look behind the curtain, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing true stories. Thanks for watching.